Hello, my name is Douglas Bloch. Welcome to the Depression Recovery Channel, where each week we talk about practical tools and coping strategies for healing from depression and anxiety. Today is Flashback Friday, a feature in which I republish one of my earlier videos you might not have seen that contains really important coping strategies that will help you attain a better mood. Now here's today's video. Of course, we start with our regular joke, and this is one I heard when I was making a deposit. Why did the banker quit his job? Well, he lost interest. All right, so those of you who have been paying attention to the media recently know that the social media giant Facebook is in hot water. This is because of their lax security, which allowed a big British advertising firm to appropriate information from millions of Facebook viewers and use it to influence the 2016 presidential election in the US. As a result of this, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder and CEO, is actually having to testify before Congress this week, and a lot of people have decided to delete their Facebook accounts. We were talking about this in my Monday group, and which has 8 people in their 20s who grew up with social media, and one of them said, it's just as well as people are taking a break from Facebook because of something called Facebook depression. I said, what's that, Facebook depression? He says, haven't you read an article just came out in The Guardian? It says, Facebook admits it poses mental health risk. Apparently, studies have found that spending time on Facebook, quote, passively consuming information, unquote, can leave people feeling worse. That's why I have deleted my Facebook account, this guy said. And so we got into a discussion. I asked people, well, do you think Facebook depression is real? What do you think it does if you're on it too long? And we came up with 3 very powerful points about why Facebook may be bad for your mental health. Okay, well, here's point number 1 we came up with in our group, and that is that Facebook and other social media give people a false sense of social connection. Now, I've said it over and over again on this channel and in my book, Healing from Depression, that I consider social support, social connection, one of the 3 pillars of mental health recovery. And so that's why people go on Facebook, right? They want to communicate with their family and friends across the country. And while it is nice to give and receive posts, it's not the same thing as being with a real person, having a real life conversation. There's a really groundbreaking book called A General Theory of Love by Thomas Lewis, and it talks about something called limbic resonance that occurs when 2 mammals are close together. Now, the limbic system is the emotional part of our brain, and apparently when 2 mammals or 2 people are close together, a reaction goes on between the 2 brains that creates a sense of closeness and bonding and connection. Now, the only thing is, for this to happen, for this chemical interaction to occur, the 2 people have to actually be in a live connection. Either, even over the phone, you're hearing a person's voice, but there's something living about that connection. Now, you're not going to get the same kind of live communication experience just sitting around all day, Facebooking your friends and family. This is why that article in The Guardian I referred to earlier said that, I'll quote from them, mobile phones and social media have redefined modern relationships, making people alone together. I like that phrase, making them alone together. They're, supposedly together, but they're really very much alone. Secondly, reading about your Facebook friends online leads to something called negative social comparison. Now, I talk about this in my video, What Happens When We Compare Ourselves to Others. And in terms of Facebook, here you are reading about your uber successful friends and their great lives. And, one person says, we just came back from this trip to the Caribbean. Another person says, my child just got into Harvard. Someone else says, I just remodeled my bathroom. And you're saying, wow, these people's lives are perfect and I feel like crap. Of course, these glowing profiles leave out the dark side or the negative aspects of a person's life. Like in one family, maybe the child's addicted to opiates, or maybe another one, the power company's about to shut off their electricity. Oh, by the way, this reminds me about a time that I was so broke I couldn't afford my own electric bill. It was the darkest period of my life. All right, so to the extent that, I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that. Okay, let's keep going. Anyway, to the extent that Facebook makes it more likely that you're comparing yourself to others, this is a trap, and therefore it's bad for your mental health. Finally, when you're sitting in front of a computer for long periods of time on Facebook, reading posts, sending messages, etc., it's really bad for your health, physical and mental. Why? Because the body was designed to move. That's why study after study after study shows that exercise is one of the best treatments for overcoming depression. Now, when I was growing up, There was no social media. There were no computers. There were no cell phones. So what did we do when we came from school? We went out and we played with our friends. What a concept. So if you're a regular Facebook user, please take frequent breaks, get off your tuchus, get out of the room, take a walk around the block, or maybe do some jumping jacks, but just get up and move. Of course, Facebook is not all bad. It's a good way to find old friends, and also it's been used by social movements, such as the West Virginia teacher strike and the recent Young People's March on Washington. So the key, like everything else, is to use it in moderation. So if you suffer from depression or anxiety and you're using Facebook, just make sure you balance things out. Take a break, go outside and spend time with your friends and family. And above all, because of the problem of social comparison, remember that you're running your own race and you should measure yourself by your own yardstick and no one else's. This has been Douglas Bloch. I hope you found the information on this Flashback Friday video helpful. If so, please give it a like, as likes draw more and more people to this channel and hopefully some more subscribers. You can also leave your comments in the comments section or email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. If you do want to subscribe to this channel, click on my photo in the closing credits. You'll be taken to my subscribe page. And if you click on the bell to the right, you'll be notified every time I do a new video or live chat. And if you want to contribute to this channel and become a patron, simply click on the Patreon image. You'll be taken to my crowdfunding site. And until next video, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you so much.